Not handing over the journey, salvation, or life to anyone, is condemning and laborious. The forces that parasitize beings sustain themselves. Understanding that the being is solely responsible for itself, independent of any fraternity, and even of any deity, is intimidating, because the idea of unpreparedness and ignorance is as strong as the need for shelter. For every obstacle, problem, or difficulty, the being has within itself the source of solutions and answers to the problems and questions that have arisen from itself. The being respectfully moves freely. If not, it is solely to him that he must address himself, to conquer that freedom. Here is the unique master, with the unique ability to act consciously. The text says, to seek, trust, ask, and enter. The door exists for the madness within each one. It is in this madness that freedom lies. The arguments to keep the being alienated are as intelligent as the arguments that oppose them. The eyes are upon what is presented. Regarding images, the text is emphatic, repetitive, and seeks to make allegories understandable by elucidating them. It is perceived that images are not produced by the eyes. The eyes are part of the vision set. It is the vision set that produces the images. It is not the transmitter that produces the images, but rather the set that composes the receiver that produces them. Sound has the same idea. The ears do not produce sound, but are part of the hearing set. It is the hearing set that produces sound. It is the receiver set that produces sound, and not the transmitter, which only vibrates by emissions from the receiver. This idea contradicts concepts, but places the facts at the point of origin. It is not a difficult model to understand since everything happens at and from the center, and therefore, nothing can originate from outside to inside, or from inside to outside. Everything comes from the point without leaving, and returns to the point without ever having left it. What seems to happen, does not happen. Illusion shapes ideas of events. Intelligence, allied with illusion, defines, classifies, and distributes concepts. The being loses itself in them. Nothing is wrong, except for the submission to the comfort that explanations bring, causing the being to accommodate and subordinate itself to these life concepts. Although very clear, the total lack of sense of explanations, and the comfort of illusions promises, keep the being in lethargy. Madness saves the being. Hence the vigilant gaze on events. The attack on appearances, and on the arguments of illusion, however much they expose madness, is liberating. It is already known that floating over the various states is too easy, when the work has already been done. There is no density or subtlety that can trap the being that penetrates the dense, and overcomes the subtle. The master of the being is the master of oneself. It is neither beyond nor below, but it reaches everything. The text indicates the work. Dedication in the execution of work results in the only possible outcome, which is victory over time and space.